Mr. Steen, good evening. The government's saying there in Richard's report that their model works well. Do you agree with that?
Unfortunately, I don't agree with it. The government is well-intentioned, the ministers are well-intentioned, but they're not delivering. Otherwise, the figures of trafficked people, slaves in Britain, wouldn't continue to rise.
So the number of slaves, as you put, is rising. What about convictions? Are they rising too?
Sadly, in Britain, convictions were at an all-time low last year. For only serious trafficking, there were 8 single convictions. And furthermore, only £150,000 was recovered from the traffickers. Now, we're talking about a worldwide criminal network which nets about $38 billion a year, with tens of thousands of people in misery being sold and traded as commodity. And I think it means that the government are somewhat complacent, sadly, because the Prime Minister, as you know, says that tackling modern-day slavery is a coalition priority, and he needs to set the lead now and take control of all his 14 ministers who meet every 4 months in a ministerial network committee and really tell them they've got to get much better results, because we're not doing as well as many other European countries, and many people, children, young people, sex traffickers, and of course domestic servants, and boys and girls working in the field, and men are being exploited, and the figures are growing, and we don't know what the figures are because the numbers are so confusing and conflicting, and different organisations say different numbers. We have no idea, but the rough estimate is 10,000 a year.
Gosh, just one final point then. I mean, it's all very well the politicians doing something, but it doesn't not have to be on the ground. It has to be down to the likes of me and you if yes, you know something. And absolutely, then it's up to the police. It's such a network of people who need to be involved. Let
me tell you what the problem is. The problem is everything is kept secret. So the actual victim is secret until they manage to escape. Then when they've escaped, the Salvation Army, which does a splendid job through the Ministry of Justice, looks after them for 45 days and protects them, cares for them, feeds them, and gives them accommodation. After 45 days, they're thrown out because that's the period they can be accommodated, and then they disappear again. So everything is hidden. And other than those 45 days, we don't know where they are, we don't know who they are, we don't know how to help them, and we don't know where they go. And I think for any minister, who I know the minister extremely well, is extremely good, to actually say we're doing all that's needed is clearly rubbish.
OK, Anthony Steen, Chairman of the Human Trafficking Association, thank you.